Okay, guys. I just finished my second stream for Monster Hunter Wilds. As you can see, I have it pulled up on the screen here. And this game is so much better than I thought it was going to be. I think I have 2 videos up already. Feel free to check those out. Just kind of going over how I've never played a Monster Hunter before, and I had my first impressions last night fighting a couple of the normal bosses. But today, we decided we were going to take on the big boy with my buddy Kamiyoshi. Now, this is like the apex boss, right? So I'm going to have it just playing in the background, us fighting the boss. And I can't express how incredibly cool it was fighting this boss. Like, it was awesome. He's a giant lightning dragon, so instantly cooler than fighting like dung beetles and like birds that you were fighting earlier on in it. And you can like see it here, but like when I roll in the water, I get wet. When I roll in the sand, I get covered in sand and it gets washed off. This apex predator charges up with lightning and launches it like a freaking rail cannon. And when it hits the ground, because it's all sand, it just instantly turns to glass, which is freaking sick. I'm using the dual blades because I just wanted something quick and speedy. That's what I used when I played Dragon's Dogma, and I usually pick the faster weapons when I'm playing games like Elden Ring and stuff. I think those games definitely have helped me a lot because we first tried this boss. Like, the boss was awesome, but he wasn't particularly hard. Now, that's what's worrying me about the game. This is a game where you kill bosses to get loot, and that loot helps you kill the next boss, right? So I kill the lightning dragon to get lightning armor so that I can counter the next boss, which is weak to lightning or whatever. You know, at the bare root of things, you know, get the element that counters the element. You know, lightning defense is good against lightning, so take it into the lightning fight. And so that made the game a lot easier than it probably should have been, but you don't actually have access to any of those tools in the beta. So when the game comes out, I'll have access to these things. In the beta, you don't get any of that. You just get the base loot. Now, because it's the base loot, it's like playing Dark Souls, you know? It's like a grind. You're hacking away at them for a while, using the kind of what tools they do give you, but you're not, you know, particularly OP or powerful in any way, shape, or form. And because of that, oh, yeah, this is going to be cool. I think I'm going for like the execution move, but he's like too high up and it's just gonna miss. I'll show you the really cool one. When we fight him up over here, I actually clipped it and made it a TikTok, and it's gonna be on the YouTube shorts too. Oh yeah, it's this play. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So he's up on a rock here, and this is why I love the game, by the way. This kind of stuff is sick. So he's up on a rock, he's fighting. He is gonna get a weak point right there in his head that I noticed. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna break the weak point, right? Little did I know, breaking this weak point was gonna literally turn me into Captain Levi. Like, look at this. I'm flying through the air like I'm fighting the Beast Titan. I carve up his entire spine. Like, that's sick. I don't care what games you like. That's really cool. I've never really experienced that kind of mobility and like epicness in a boss fight before in a game outside of a cutscene. Like, that was a cutscene level animation, right? And it's just a normal part of using these weapons on the boss. And every one of these weapons has a cool thing like that. Like, the guy with the bow is launching missiles into him that he can detonate, and then he's like raining arrows from the sky, but the arrows are like huge and they like stagger the daylights out of the boss. Like, it's really, really cool. And I haven't seen anyone really talk about it. I never really heard anyone talk about Monster Hunter in general. A few people maybe mentioned it. I think it's just a bit more niche here in the West, but Wilds is actually, you know, it's just straight wild. I'm really liking it. I feel like there's not much more I can stream or make videos on it though for now, just because the beta is so limited. There's so like little stuff that you can do in the beta. You can't actually do any of the builds or anything like that. Like, it's just not a thing. So, you know, not being able to interact with that system or any of that kind of stinks, kind of ruins the whole point of the game. So I'm going to not really play any more of the beta. I beat all the bosses. You know, we freaking first try everything. Maybe we took one attempt on the bird. The bird killed us, I think, once. But Yeah, I mean, the game's sick, and if you haven't tried it, you definitely should try it. I mean, it's free, it's cool, it's open world, it's so much less janky than the previous ones. I can't tell you enough. I hate janky games that don't run well. It's why I never played World. It's why I didn't play Rise. They just felt janky. This one doesn't feel janky. It's sick. Like, look at this. I'm covered in dust because I'm running through the dust. Like, the graphics are next level. The art style is keeping it from looking like photorealistic, I think kind of on purpose, but they got this like mosaic thing going on, and I really like it. One issue, the game does reset your settings like every time you log in. So if you're noticing your frame rate sucks, go check your settings, because they probably changed them. They probably turned back on VSync. They probably turned back on motion blur, crap like that, stuff that you don't want to actually have on when you're gaming. At least I don't want it on. And yeah, but I'm gonna leave it here. We probably won't make another Monster Hunter video until the game's out in a few weeks. Be on the lookout for my thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've been playing that a little bit as well. And then, of course, we're going to come out with some more First Descendant stuff. Probably going to stay away from gacha for now. It was all I did previously when I was making videos, and I'm just kind of over gacha. I mean, unfortunately, I don't care anymore. It's hard to keep up with gacha if you're not, lost in the sauce, and I feel like it's a hard game to make money for if you're not going to spend money, and I'm not going to spend money on gacha anymore. So yeah, that's where we're leaving it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check me out on TikTok and on Twitch. We stream pretty much every Friday and most weekend nights or weeknights. So yeah, I hope to see you soon.